In this problem, we are told to solve for x and then leave your answer in the form a plus bi. So first thing I want to do is I want to FOIL that first part, the 6 minus I times a plus 2i. So when I FOIL, I'm going to get 48 plus 12i minus 8i minus 2i squared. And then that's all being subtracted by 3 plus I times x, and that's equal to 0. So now, remember I squared is going to be negative 1. So I can replace this whole thing with, instead of negative 2 times negative 1, I'm going to get positive 2 instead. So I have 48 plus 2, it's going to give me 50. And then the 12i minus 8i is going to give me a plus 4i. Okay, and that's all being subtracted by 3 plus I times x, and that's equal to 0. So we're trying to solve for x, so what I want to do at some point here is I want to get this x term over to the right side on the other part of the equation. So to do that, I'm going to add 3 plus I times x to both sides. So when I do that, I'm going to get 50 plus 4i equals 3 plus I times x. So to get x by itself, I need to divide both sides by 3 plus I. So now I get x equals 50 plus 4i over 3 plus I. I'm going to turn over to a new page so that way I have more room to work. So now from here, I need to make sure that it is in the proper form. It must be in the form a plus bi. So I, remember, is a radical, and we're not allowed to have a radical in the denominator. So I need to get rid of the radical by multiplying by what we call the conjugate, which is 3 minus I. So I just change the sign of that middle term. So I get 3 minus I. So when I multiply the top, I'm going to get 150 minus 50i plus 12i minus 4i squared. I squared, remember, is negative 1, so I have negative 4 times the negative 1, which is just plus 4. And on the bottom, 3 plus I times 3 minus I. It's going to be a difference of squares. I'm going to get 9 minus I squared, so it's going to be 9 plus 1, which will be 10. So I'm going to simplify everything, and so 150 plus 4 for the numerator will give me 154. Negative 50i plus 12i is going to give me a negative 38i. In the bottom, I'm going to have 10. Okay, so my correct form, remember, is a plus bi. So I need to separate this fraction. So what I get is 154 over 10 minus 38i over 10. So I need to simplify my fractions. So when I do that, I'm going to get 77 over 5 minus 19 over 5 times I. And that is my final answer.